Hello friends, for this gingerbread wreath, I'm going to be using 21-inch Deco mesh. This is just basic Deco mesh. The three ribbons that I have chosen are the snowflake on the red, 1.5, gingerbread boy and girl, and the red with white polka dots. The sign that I'm going to use today is this super cute Happy Holidays gingerbread. Gingerbread house, boy and girl, with the little peppermints and everything that I'm loving right now. I'm going to be using 4 zip ties, 8-inch zip ties, my yarn needle to tie my bow and my sign on the wreath, scissors, wire cutters, and a rotary cutter, and pipe cleaners, and of course a Dollar Tree wreath frame. And so let's get started. Okay, you guys, let's set up the wreath frame. Today I'm going to be doing the poof method with the 21-inch Deco mesh. To set up our wreath frame, first I'll take the Dollar Tree tag off of it. I'm using red pipe cleaners today. I'm going to be putting a pipe cleaner on every crossbar that there is and putting it around these 2 wires. So this frame has 6 sections on it. Every section will be wired the same. The pipe cleaners on this wreath frame will all be set up the same. So for each section, a section is between the crossbars. So this is one section right here. And the 2 on the outside too. And another one on the outside too. Okay, so this is how a section will look. You have a full pipe cleaner on every single crossbar, and then move in a bit and put 2 more on the very outside 2 bars. So this is how every section will be set up on my wreath frame. Guys, when you get finished putting your pipe cleaners on the wreath frame, you will have 12 on the outside and 6 on the inside. Set my wreath frame to the side. I don't have a mesh roller, so I simply drop it to the floor. And then I'm going to gather up the end. I'm trying to make sure that everything's pulled out evenly. I like to start my wreath on the outside. So that's what I will be doing. Open up the tie, lay the mesh down in it. This will be our starting point and our stopping point when we're going around the outside of the wreath form. I'm just going to tie this tail down in here. It's just an extra precaution that I take to make sure my mesh does not come out of the pipe cleaner. And you end up with this. We do not need that much hanging around, so I'm going to cut this so it's not real bulky and in the way. Okay. So I'm going to go from where I tied it on at. Measure out 8 inches right here. And go down into the pipe cleaner. The next one, we do the exact same thing. Keeping our edges tucked in. Go out to 8 inches. Put it down into the next pipe cleaner. Now some people fluff out their mesh as they go. I like to wait till I get all the way around, and then I go back and poof out the poofs. Yes, this is considered the poof method. Again, 8 inches. Down into the next pipe cleaner. And I'm just going to continue to do the 8-inch poofs all the way around the outside of the wreath. If you don't have a cutting mat with the sizes on it, you could just make a little template or use a ruler. Measure your mesh out to 8 inches. I just love this gingerbread sign. It's going on this wreath. All signs and ribbons that I use are available in my shop listed below. Please check it out. I have a lot of different resized wreath signs. I have a lot of wreath signs and ribbons available in there, or just wreath signs by themselves. So again, 8 inches, back it up, and put it down in. That's what I will be doing until I get around to the other side of the wreath form. And we're moving right along. Edges tucked under. If you don't make sure your edges are tucked under, you're going to come up with a fold instead of a ruffle or a poof. Okay, now I'm going right back into the pipe cleaner that we did not use in the beginning. Okay, this is our outside completed. Make sure all the pipe cleaners are standing up for our ribbons. Okay, I'm going to take the mesh that I'm already working with, pull it up towards the inside pipe cleaners. I'm not making a poof right here. What I'm going to do is take a zip tie, put it right in front of the zip tie I have on there. And fasten this on. Cut the zip tie off. Back to our 8-inch poufs. So start here, out to the 8-inch, go back, and start adding the poufs to the inside. Now, I use colored pipe cleaners on purpose because my mesh is white and I do not want to lose them or miss one. And I can almost guarantee I probably would if I was using white pipe cleaners. Okay, I'm going to complete the inside 6 going around, and I will meet you when we get to the end so I can show you what to do with the end of the mesh. Okay, friends, I used the rest of the Deco mesh. I pulled it off of the roll that was on. I'm on the final pouf. I'm going to start here, go to the 8, like I have been doing. And I'm going to put this into the pipe cleaner that we skipped in the beginning. Lay this down into here. On the other side of it. There it is. And tie it on. Okay, so I am around again. I'm simply going to take my Deco mesh, cut it off, turn the wreath over, pull this down into here, and again zip tie it on the back. That just prevents it from falling off. And tighten this up. Still don't need that much mesh. And cut the pipe cleaner off. Now I go back and pick up all of the pipe cleaners, making sure I have a total of 18. Then I will poof everything out before we add the ribbons. Make sure everything's pulled up so you don't lose or skip any of them. So now I just start pulling them apart like this. I have all 18 pipe cleaners visible, and I am not happy with the transparency, so I'm going to be adding 2 curls to every pipe cleaner. The way I'm going to do that, I'm going to be using this 10-inch Deco mesh, cutting it into 8-inch strips to make a curl. I'm also going to be using this, yes, this is a jute mesh. And it does match quite nicely with the house. Ice cream, chocolate shake, whatever that is. It looks so good. So I'll be cutting 8-inch strips of both of these types of mesh. Again, I will have all the mesh that I use listed down below the video. In order to do that, take my rotary cutter and simply cut out the line. I always have clothespins on hand. So that's one. Okay, and here's two. I'm going to roll these up. And clip them with my clothespin. Roll this one up. Add it on. So I came up with this wreath. I'm going to be placing the curls down into every pipe cleaner. And then just pulling these out. So now this is going to make the wreath not as transparent. And I'm going to do that to every pipe cleaner on the wreath. I'll be adding the peppermint looking candy cane mesh and the deep brown jute mesh that matches the candy canes on the sign and the chocolate syrup. I'm going to be adding all of my curls throughout the wreath. I will meet you here when I get finished. Okay, friends, I'm adding the last curls that I'm going to be adding to the wreath. I just put a ombre red and white curl and the brown curl in every pipe cleaner. So we have 18. I just didn't like the transparency with just the white mesh. So I decided to add these. Down a bit. Put this one on here. And we have one more. So I just take my 10-inch wide piece of mesh, roll it. It doesn't have to be super tight. And then the brown that I'm using. I'm not putting these in any specific order. This really did help it fill in. I just did not care for the white. Okay. So now I have all the curls completed. Again, go through, stand up your pipe cleaner so you do not forget any ribbon. I like to start my ribbon on the outside of the wreath. Once again, I'm using the gingerbread ribbon with the snowflake ribbon, and I'm putting the snowflake ribbon on top. I'll be adding this to every other one, and I'm going to be putting the red with white dots. I'll be adding the red with white dots, and I'm putting it on bottom. So when I fan them out, you'll still be able to see everything. So like I said, I like to start on the outside. Now, I do not untie my pipe cleaners to place them in there. They get placed right in there like they are. So I'm going to start with this one. Lay it down on the table. Scrunch it in the middle. All of the ribbons that I'm using are wired. Put it down into the tie. And tie it up. So I have this. I also want to make sure all of my gingerbread are facing the same way. I do not cut my pipe cleaners off to the very end because I'm not sure exactly what embellishments I'm going to be adding. So then the next one, I'll turn this around in just a second and show you guys what we have. All of my ribbons are cut to 13 inches. And then I'm going to fan these out. And then I will turn it around and show you what we have so far with the ribbons. These are going to be our ribbons. Very pretty. Super cute. I'm going to continue adding the ribbons. Back to the snowflake. Get down in here. And again, fan the ribbons out. So every tie gets the gingerbread ribbon. Every other one alternates with the red with white snowflake. And the gingerbread with the red with white polka dots. Bunch it up right here. Place my ribbons down into the pipe cleaner. And give it a couple twists. And then fan out the ribbons again. I like to pull my ribbons on the outside of the wreath frame up and out. And then fan them. Yes, this was the right thing to do. To add these curls. It just looks a whole lot better. You can't see through the wreath. That's what I meant by transparency. Back to the snowflake and gingerbread. Pull the ribbons up and out, and then fan the ribbons out. I really hope you guys are enjoying these gingerbread wreath videos. If you would, please like and subscribe and become a member of the channel. I'm almost to 10,000 subscribers, you guys. I'm really trying to get there by the end of the month. So if you would like, subscribe, leave me a comment. Let me know where you're from or your name, or just say hi. Any interaction helps YouTube notice me more. So if you would leave me a comment, that would be wonderful. Again, don't forget to check out my Etsy shop listed below. Perfectly Imperfect US. And that's on Etsy.com. You can follow the link to get to my specific shop. Follow the link below. Okay, I'm going to finish this outside with the ribbons. And then I will meet you back before going on to the middle. Okay, friends, I've completed adding the ribbons to the outside. I still have 6 pipe cleaners on the inside to add ribbon to. So that is what I'm going to be doing now. Scrunch it all up. Making sure all of my gingerbread men and girl are going in the same direction. Each ribbon is faced the right way. And pull this one up and out as well. Onto the polka dots. And at this point, it gets quite repetitive. I have 3 pipe cleaners remaining. Okay, you guys, I've completed adding the ribbons. It's very full now. You cannot see through it. Now before we make a bow, I'm going to cut off the inside pipe cleaners only. And what I do is I take the little nub that's sticking up and push it back in there so that it's not visible. But I will complete cutting the pipe cleaners off, and then we'll add the sign and make a bow and maybe add some embellishments. Okay, friends, now we're going to make a bow. I'm going to start with about a 10-inch tail. Bring it down. Go out to the 6. I'm going to be adding 3 loops to either side of the bow with the gingerbread ribbon. Twist. Back to the 6. Twist it again. Twist. All of the loops for using this ribbon are going to be 6 inches with the gingerbread ribbon. Twist it. Go to the 6 one more time. Bring it through. Down. And one last loop. There you go. And bring this down and cut it. I'll dovetail my ribbons when I get them on the wreath, when I get my bow on the wreath. Next, I think we will do the polka dot ribbon. This is a 1.5 inch, same ribbon that we used in the wreath. I'm going to be bringing these loops out to the 5. again to the 5. So now when I continue to add loops, I don't have to measure. I can just follow the length of the existing loop. There we go. Again, twist. Make it the same length out as the previous loop with this type of ribbon. And twist it again. All right. I'm only putting 2 loops on either side with this ribbon. Bring it down and cut it off. Okay, I was wondering if the candy ribbon may match. I'm not too sure. I want to put this in. I'm going to go with the snowflake ribbon first. Floor, down in here. Again, these loops are going to be a bit shorter, so I'm going to go to the 4. Twist, bring it out to the 4 again. Twist it. Twist it. And I'm going to do 3 loops on either side with the snowflake ribbon. And bring it down as well. Just following my loops that are already down. Off. Okay, I've got all of the ribbons here together. My bow is complete. It just needs tied together. Take a zip tie. I've got an 8-inch zip tie here. Try to get it under all the loops. Tighten it. Not all the way though, because we have to move it over to the center, around the back. Take a pipe cleaner, put it in there, pull it up. Now I can fluff the bow a bit. Same as with my other wreaths that you've watched me make. I like to do the bow fluffing when I have the bow on the wreath. I'm just going to fluff this one out a bit so I can tighten it up all the way, because remember, it's not all the way tightened up. There we go. For the other side, just pull them out towards you. You can, move them around and everything when you get the bow on the wreath so that it looks nice. pull these up just a tad bit. Isn't it pretty, you guys? I just love it. Okay, now I can grab a hold of the zip tie, tighten it up all the way, cut it off. Need a middle part. Yeah, I think I'm going to use, did the white show up good? Let's see. Okay, for my center right here, I have an extra 8-inch ribbon. I don't need that much, but since I'm using the ribbon, I might as well just put it on. I'll be folding the center ribbon in thirds, placing it down on the bow, bringing it around, making sure all your tails are on the right side underneath. And this will cover up the zip tie in the center of my bow. There's no reason really to add 2 ties to it. It really stays good because it's got wire in it. I'm going to go ahead and do it this time just to be safe. And cut off the remainder of the ribbon back here. Okay, friends, I'm going to bring the wreath back over here. Set my bow up there. Also, put the sign up here. I don't know that I like this white in the middle of it. I was just going to put a peppermint there, which I probably still will. Put the sign over here. Okay, to get the sign on, I use my handy dandy yarn needle. This goes straight through the mesh. I have this pipe cleaners put on the back of my sign. Just put them through. This way I'm able to go down right through the mesh. I don't have to go around, in between, and all that. I can just go through it so that the chances of my sign being where I want it are better. I've got these two. Now, I do not place my sign on tight at first. Remember, our bow is not on. I'm going to set the bow aside. And go down this way with my sign. Okay. Again, the sign is not tied on all the way. Okay, I have the sign on. Okay, friends, I decided to add a bell to the middle of the bow that I made. If you've watched me before, you know that I like to add a bell to my Christmas wreath. So I just took a bell and put a pipe cleaner through it. And I'm just going to tie it on. That way, when you open the door, the bell will jingle. I just like to add bells to my Christmas wreath. Don't know why, I just like to do it, and so that's what I do. Cut that off, put it down. Okay, grab the wreath. I'm gonna put my sign on. I have my glue gun heating up. I'm my handy dandy yarn needle. It just makes it easier to use this when I'm putting on my bell or my sign or my bow, because I can put it right through the mesh. Let's see, where am I gonna want this? I'll put it about right here. And you always want to tie your sign and your bow to the frame and never the mesh. So I have my bow here. I do have my glue gun heating up. And of course, I go through at the end to make sure everything is super tight. Okay, now for my bow tails, I'm going to cut my 1.5 inch ribbons at a slant. I'm going to be curling my tails today. So the 2.5, I'm not really worried about it at this particular time. So what I do to curl my tails is just like you would if you was curling a little girl's pigtails. And then I take this one. I do not curl the 2.5 inch. And I will figure out how long I want the gingerbread ribbon after I get these curled. Because I have embellishments that we're going to add. Let me know if you would curl the tails or leave them straight. Okay, for my gingerbread ribbon. I have this one over here, cut kind of short, but that's okay. So to dovetail the 2.5, I take it, fold it in half. And since I want it to be about the same length as the other one, cut from the folded side down to the wire and cut it off. And then for the 2.5, just kind of rub your fingers through them. Okay, so it's looking super cute. Now I have some embellishments that I'm going to add. These particular ones came from Walmart. I'm just going to add them here and there. See what I think of them. I want them to stick out, not lay flat. So I'm going to put some glue on them. And just tack them here and there. Just to add a little bit of pizzazz, I guess. I also have this big peppermint. I think it's cute. But I just don't like the stick on there. So I'm going to take this and put glue on it. And tuck it down in here. Look cute. I have a candy cane we can add. Just little embellishments here and there. I have more of these fuzzy balls. I'm going to be putting these throughout the wreath. I like that there. So you can spread them out. How many more? I got 2 more of these. Not so sure I like the tails curled. I will have a picture of both of these at the end of this video, both curled and not and straight. You guys could leave me a comment, let me know which one you like the best. That would be great. Please don't forget to check out my wreath signs that are available in my shop listed below. Just adds a little bit more interest. Fix these tails up. I think this one needs cut down a bit more. Turn around your way. This is the wreath. I'm going to get some pictures of it up on the door. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit the like button. Leave me a comment down below if you would. I'd greatly appreciate it. Let me know which way you like the tails on the bow. And I hope you all had a great Thanksgiving. And I will see you in the next video. Bye for now. Okay, you guys, these are my tails curled. I just have the ends of them curled up. And I'm going to straighten them out and show you what they look like straight. I think it turned out very, very cute. Sorry about the glare. There's a good picture of the sign. The bow with the curled tails. Okay, you guys, this is the bow with the straight tails. I don't know which one I like the best. These are the straight tails. If you could leave me a comment down below and let me know if you like the straight tails or the curled tails. That would be greatly appreciated. And I hope you all had a great Thanksgiving, and I will see you in my next video. Bye for now.